Hello and good afternoon to everyone who is with us today. My name's James Hall from QGate, and I also have my colleague Jonathan Small alongside me, who is our ClickLearn specialist.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome to today's session on how you can support your users with 24/7 assistance and training using ClickLearn. We would love for you to be as involved as possible, so if you have any questions throughout, please do ask them in the question window of the GoToWebinar menu, and we'll look to answer these in a Q&A session at the end before we conclude. So for those who don't know, ClickLearn is a studio which is designed to capture and create support and training content across a wide range of software solutions. This content can then be published as a platform or portal. With a few simple steps, you can produce multi-format support and learning materials in any language and publish to a 24/7 interactive portal. QGate are the first authorised partner of ClickLearn within the UK, and also the first to provide ClickLearn as a service, which has opened up unlimited possibilities for ongoing support and assistance, along with training, onboarding, all within the workplace. So here are just some examples really of the breadth of ClickLearn support capabilities, which can be applied to quite a wide range of software application, including the likes of Salesforce, Oracle, Infor CRM, for example. But we really do believe that well-supported and well-trained employees will deliver the expected return on investment on new systems faster. This makes sense, right? The issue here is that when you look in detail at support and training today, there is so much room for improvement. So there's new and existing systems which sometimes have the ability to revolutionise companies are being abandoned, and as users aren't supported effectively because they don't understand how and why they're using it. But ultimately, it isn't really their fault. From our 22 years experience and working with a wide range of businesses, we have identified some challenges really inherent to traditional workplace support and assistance, and we've highlighted them here. So we've all been in a position where we've had to contact a help desk, even sometimes for a relatively simple query, but we can't find the information that is there to help. So we lose time spent on hold or waiting for a reply, which when it comes back to us is to try a fix that has already been attempted. This does become increasingly frustrating. On the other side of the fence, support teams spending hours of their days repeating themselves to multiple users who have the same issue, which could easily just be user error. Or even worse, a technical specialist in one area is sick or on leave and no one else knows what to do, leaving the issue unresolved. This could be happening with one site, across national offices, or on an international scale, compounded by language barriers and financial restrictions. This really is a headache.
It doesn't get any easier when you look at onboarding and training. For anyone who's ever had to create training materials, you'll know that it can take hours, days, if not weeks to produce and then perfect the resources you need. This is exacerbated further by then trying to deliver the training to different teams within the business, which is hard enough on a single site, but even more difficult if there are national or even international offices. Even worse, as systems develop, materials are almost immediately out of date at times, and updating across multiple sites is a challenge and can result in Chinese whisper training, where users are misinformed by colleagues or outdated materials that are lingering around over time. This can become an extremely costly process and ultimately lead to lack of user engagement.
So these are just some of the challenges we've highlighted, which I'm sure you can agree make traditional support, assistance, training and onboarding difficult. As we mentioned, ClickLearn can be applied to any software solution, but for today's session and demonstration, Jonathan will be demoing within Dynamics 365, and we'll show you how all of these identified challenges discussed can be solved using ClickLearn.
Okay, thank you, James. So, as James said, we are going to be looking at Dynamics 365 for the purposes of today's demonstration, but solutions are available for any other software. So we're going to start with what's called the Learning Portal, and this is available by clicking on the Help button in the Dynamics navigation bar. So if we just click on our Help, it brings up the full Learning Portal. It offers a wide variety of ways for users who may be stuck to access the information they require to complete a task or process. Additionally, it can be accessed if the user wants to gain a wider understanding about why these tasks or processes take place. So looking here at the top level, we have what we would term a shelf, and in that shelf we've got a series of what are called books. These are all agreed within the planning and design process and are all on particular or specific subjects. You can search for keywords in the top here, and let's just put a keyword in. So let's try navigation. And what that will then do is return all the results that relate to that particular keyword search. So let's just come back out into our shelf, and what we can do now is if we pop into one of our books, you can then see the individual recordings within that book and the topics that those recordings are on. All of the recordings are produced from a single content. So when we click on any of the recordings, let's go into this one here. We can firstly see all the process set out as a web page. One particular thing to note are the crop screenshots and images which are created as the recording takes place, and these can further be adapted as we develop the content. If we scroll down to the bottom of the page, and we can see right at the bottom here we've got a feedback section, and the user has the opportunity here to add their own feedback and comments, and these can then be used to consistently improve any particular process. All of the materials can be downloadable, and you can produce PDF, Word and PowerPoint documents if you're required to do any on-site or face-to-face training. So we've got PDF, Word and PowerPoint documents here, and again, they're all produced from the same content as a web page, and they're very easily accessible and they're for your use if you need them. As the recording is created, it takes a screenshot at every click of the process. And these are then used to produce the process videos, and we've got show me, try me and test me videos here. So usually when you create videos, the process can be quite time consuming, and the creator isn't necessarily always the preferred narrator, which extends the sort of time for actually getting something created and out there. With ClickLearn, this is automated and translated into over 40 languages if you so wish. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at one of the videos now. So the show me video shows just the initial creation, shows the process and talks you through the process. We've got the try me video, so the user can then try the process with a little bit of support. And then the test me video, once the user has looked through the process, has looked through the initial videos, they can then test to see if they can click in the right place. So what we'll do is we're just going to click into the test me video, and we'll be able to hear one of the ClickLearn voices.
Overview. Contacts for an account are the people you deal with regarding the development of your business relationship with that account. Accounts usually have one or more contacts associated with them, especially larger companies that often have several departments. The objective of this module is to help you create a new contact and to associate that contact with an existing account. Creating a new contact. Navigating to contacts. Start by selecting the Change Area button.
So I've clicked ahead ever so slightly here. So now you can see
Click on Sales.
It tells you what you need to do. You as a user then need to remember where to click, and the process will only progress if you click in the right place. If I'm clicking in the wrong place, it won't.
In the Sales area, click on the Contacts button under the Customers heading.
And again, I need to remember where to click. If I click in the wrong place, it won't progress.
Then click on the button New.
Okay, so the portal stores a wealth of information, accessible in a range of formats, catering to different learning styles, all of which can be updated simultaneously should the need arise. This means that every user, whether in neighbouring offices or halfway around the world, gets up-to-date content at the same time. So why have one portal when you can have 2, 3, 4 or more portals? You can have, in fact, as many as you like. You can have as many portals to suit the needs of different user groups. You may need to have information available in different ways, for specific people. So with ClickLearn, you can embed specific portals for specific user groups directly into Dynamics 365. You can even restrict access to them so that sensitive information isn't shared. These can be designed to cater to topics which resonate within your business. As an example, we could build a portal specifically designed for onboarding of new staff. So here we've got one for onboarding and training. Feature of a portal like this might be something like embedded practical tasks. So if we go into one of the recordings, and this has been produced from the same base content as the help functionality, but we've added in task-based scenarios, as you can see at the bottom here. So the user has to practice what they're doing to really learn and engage with it. Another example might be a portal for advanced users or super users. So here we've got one for advanced users. And this is an example of where you might want to lock down the accessibility and put a password on it. So this one's locked down for only specific users to get into. You can also see here we've got portals for languages. So we've got a German portal, so a translation here. And we've also got here a Paribus Interactive. And Paribus Interactive is our own ISV solution. And again, you can see that we've set up a portal which covers all aspects of the solution with guides to assist across it. You can even produce and update blogs and articles and how-to guides to add to the portal to make it that much more informative as well. So no matter the need, there is a solution that offers support and guidance to your users on a wide range of topics and for a variety of different purposes. And so what we're going to do now is move on to look at what we call the digital assistant. So one of the most effective ways to learn a task is to actually do a task, and the digital assistant operates live within Dynamics 365 and has the ability to guide you through a process, telling you where to click and which information to enter. It's produced from the same basic recordings as the portal as well, so no additional work in there. When we click on the digital assistant at the top here, it activates the window for the assistant, and we are taken to a dialog box which gives us a list of all the available topics. Let's just pop out of there. Okay, so we've got all the available topics down the left hand side, the same as the portal. And then we can also put into there a search. So if we're looking for something specific, again, like navigation, we'll get a list of all related topics there as well. And we can just click on one of those. What we then have is a set of process instructions in the main part of the window here. But there's a lot more to the digital assistant. So if the user requires further assistance, they can then simply click on the Assist Me Now button down the bottom right. And what this does is it automatically live within your Dynamics instance. Digital Assistant appears providing step-by-step instructions. And you can see our assistant here and the instructions that they're giving. Okay, so this is where the power of the digital assistant shines through even more, and gives what it will do is give you the instruction, the background information if you so wish, and it also tells you exactly where to click next. Once you've clicked on the highlighted area, so here it's telling us to go down to the bottom, and then to click on sales, and then to click on accounts here. Once you've clicked on it, it will tell you the next step of the process. And then if you need to enter any information, the digital assistant will tell you what you need to enter and show you where you need to enter it as well. So the digital assistant offers help and guidance that supports users every single step of the way through your system, no matter how uniquely set up that system is.
That's great. Thanks, Jonathan, for that. It's really good to see the ClickLearn portals in action and get a real understanding of it. But I think one thing you mentioned there on seeing our own embedded portal for Paribus Interactive. So this kind of shows really that we can create support and assistance and training portals for quite a significant wide range of applications. And to give you just a little bit more of an idea, we have a few examples here of ones that we have created support content for, and obviously we have our own software solutions here, but other business management solutions, including Infor, QuickBooks, and some of the Microsoft Power Platform with Power BI, Power Apps. We also have some web applications, including Google Chrome, Firefox, and as well as all these non-Microsoft applications, we can support the Microsoft applications such as the Office 365 suite. So I really hope this begins to give you an idea into the wide-ranging potential of support and assistance which can be offered with ClickLearn. So I'm just going to hand back to Jonathan, who will show the final part of the demonstration.
Okay, so this brings us on to the basic recording and how that is created. To do this, I've got a short video to show you, which we've created. As occasionally online, in online meetings, there's a little bit of a time lag. So just for clarity, we've done it as a video for you. And what we'll do is start it going. And once the planning and design of a portal is agreed, the next step is to record a process. And the basic recording of the process involves selecting the software that you're recording in and the language that you're working with as well. The ClickLearn Studio will disappear as the recording commences. And as you hover the mouse over the first step of the recording, a green rectangle will appear, at which point you can click to record that step. If you click before the green rectangle appears, ClickLearn will pause your recording and tell you to try it again, so you don't miss any steps. And when you click, ClickLearn records a screenshot of the page and records the metadata from where you have clicked. And as you continue through the process, you can simply click on the relevant areas of the screen, or you can also add in information into fields as you go as an example as well. Just make sure that you wait for the green rectangle each time. And once you've completed the process and the recording, you need to stop and save it. So let's just move along to saving that recording. So pressing both control keys simultaneously allows you to save the recording, and then once you've done that, it will give you the opportunity to add a file name. And once you've added in your file name, you can then click on save, and it will then save the recording into ClickLearn Studio. So once it's saved, you can then open that recording up. Once you get it open, you can see screenshots that were recorded, but you can also see they're already neatly cropped. And you can also notice that the basic instruction text has been pre-prepared, and the screenshots highlight where to click as well. Once you have your basic recording, you can then add structure, group steps, add headings, add subheadings, and then add and amend the content. And it's this point that the planning really pays off, as you can add detailed instruction, background content, and as much other information as required. Okay, so that concludes our demonstration. I'll now pass you back to James, and he'll continue with the next part of the session.
Thanks, Jonathan. So yeah, after seeing the demonstration and the power of the ClickLearn platform alongside the breadth of applications and scenarios it can support, you can really see here that support and assistance has been really revolutionized with ClickLearn. So as a user, you no longer have to wait around for someone to respond. You can go directly to the information to help solve the issue, and with that information at your fingertips. So wherever you are or whatever language employees are working in, they'll be confident that all the material is up to date and consistent. So you're no longer relying on one team or individual, and support teams can really just address more pressing issues.
Okay, so not only does ClickLearn revolutionise and enable users with support and assistance, it also allows for ease of onboarding and training, and there's no more laborious screenshots copied and pasted into Word documents, taking up time nobody has, and no more need for expensive face-to-face training, which takes users away from their role. With ClickLearn, resources can be created easily and updated instantly. The content can be detailed, engaging, and standardized for all users, no matter where they're working, location, or language.
So all of these challenges which we previously highlighted, we believe have been solved, and really want to kind of focus on the bottom line thing of ClickLearn is that it can significantly reduce your cost while increasing your user adoption on new systems faster. And we're going to go and get into that in a bit, but just wanted to kind of remind you, now you've seen a demonstration of the breadth of the capability that ClickLearn can be used for. Hopefully get you thinking a little bit how you can use this powerful platform. So it does kind of bring us on now to our unique offering, and as an authorized partner and a service provider partner, we can deliver support, assistance, training and onboarding in quite a number of ways. But as we've mentioned, there's endless possibilities which you could use ClickLearn for. However, we've tried to put them into 4 categories to make it slightly easier to take for you guys. So our unique offering has the flexibility to suit a variety of needs, and the initial ClickLearn as a service offers a wealth of generic content for users to access whenever they need support, with the out-of-the-box functionality on a per user per month subscription term. This combined with the ClickLearn content authoring service, using our in-house skills and experience of educational course construction, we can provide targeted, bespoke support materials that not only reflect your system, but are embedded directly into it. Your users can then take full advantage of 24/7 help and support in a variety of formats, which really do suit any learning style. And for those interested in getting to grips with using the software to create their own content, we also offer a full training package to get you started with the basic concepts of content creation. And finally, as an approved reseller, we can provide you the software to own and use. But I think irrespective of the service which you choose, we can offer skills, knowledge and expertise to really give users the very best experience. And I'm just going to pass over to Jonathan, who will discuss a bit of the process about the ClickLearn content authoring service.
So, right, yes, James. We at QGate are experienced in content creation using ClickLearn to produce bespoke content and support and training resources that we can quickly and effectively publish for you as an online portal. We can embed background information in terms of policies, guidance and procedures, which gives users the complete picture of any process that they're involved in and how that fits with the wider business goal. In order to maximize support for the end user, we take time to plan your bespoke content with you. This includes confirming the number and types of portals required, and we'll also look at the structure of the portal, the extent of the customized content, and the background information to be added to any process. Design of the portal will also be discussed, and this will include company branding, use of logos, color schemes, and the types of media that you want to be made available. Okay, so after the design, the next step is the recording of the process, so the basic content creation. So as we've seen with the video, it is created in ClickLearn Studio, and then we move on to the next step, which is organizing the content enrichment and the structuring and editing of that content. And then once we've done that, we will then produce and deploy the support and training materials and carry out an evaluation to make sure everything is as it should be. And if there's any amendments or other work that needs to be planned in, we can do that as well. So that nearly concludes everything we want to show you regarding the ClickLearn platform and the possibilities that are now available to offer 24/7 the support, assistance and training to your users. I'll hand you back to James now, who will show you what you can do next.
Thanks, Jonathan. And we are really happy to make our pricing public and share these 2 models with you. So first, we have the subscription cost, and it works really on a sliding scale. We're working out the more users, the more effective, cost effective it becomes for you guys. And up on the service side of things, we also work it in 5 and 10 batch days as well. And just to confirm, these are kind of end user prices here. And yeah, do feel free to get in touch if you have any questions regarding those. So I hope you can really see the potential of ClickLearn here, and if you're interested in what your next steps could be, we are offering the opportunity for you to first see and have a more hands-on feel of these examples yourself, and that can be accessed via our website. So the link or the QR code provided there will take you directly to that. If you want to get even more hands-on and go one step further to try it yourself, you can do this too, specifically within Dynamics 365 with our embedded assistance demo experience available on our website. And you can really show this off to your users and customers on just really how powerful ClickLearn is. So that concludes the webinar. We'd just like to say thank you once more for joining us today. We hope you found the session of value and it's given you some ideas into the possibilities available with ClickLearn. If you have any questions, please do feel free to ask them into the question window now. Or alternatively, you can email or contact me directly by phone or email, or also on social media, LinkedIn, Twitter. I am on there. And if you want any more information, or you have any questions, or if you'd like a free proof of concept, we can set one of those up for you also. So we're just going to open our question window now and answer any questions which we may have. Right, so we've had a couple come through, which is great to see. Thanks for asking these guys. The first one is, it asks, does QGate have to do all of the authoring, or can we provide the content? And I think, Jonathan, that's a good one for yourself to answer. You're an expert on this.
Yes, thank you, James. Well, we can work with you to create content collaboratively in lots of different ways. The amount of collaboration very much depends on the needs of your business, the types of content that you require, and the amount of additional information that you may need to add to your content as well. But it's very, very flexible, and we can do lots of different things to work with you to make sure that you have that full engagement with the process.
Awesome. The second one, I think this might be one for you also, Jonathan, and it's how easy is it to change the narration voice or languages?
So basically, it's very simple. Any content can be translated to any of the languages within ClickLearn, or even multiple languages if you want to do multiple languages from the same content. Plus, you have the ability to download the translation as an Excel spreadsheet, and you can have that checked by a translator for consistency as well, and upload it back into the system again after. In terms of the narration voice, there's over 100 of them available. It's as simple as trying them out and choosing the one that you want to use and just changing the voice to find the one that suits you best.
Perfect. And the final one to come through is just regarding more information to share with the team. So obviously we're really happy to be able to send you this recording, which I'm more than happy to send through to the team. Or there is a couple of, if you'd like to visit our website, that's probably the best place for information on we've got a couple of kind of case studies and more bits of information you can read yourself. It should answer any questions you may have, but as mentioned, I'm more than happy to answer those if they're not answered there for you. Perfect. So that does conclude all of the questions which have come through, but yeah, just a reminder once again, any more which do pop into your head, feel free to send them my way. And we'd just like to one last time thank you for attending and joining us today. And really hope to see you at the next webinar we host.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.